It's going down like Young Jock. This is crazy. The freaking free agency period, it just started. It just started today, and Angel Reese is already traded. I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL.
All right, fam, you heard it right off the bat. This is crazy, and trust me, it is. The WNBA free agency just kicked off, and bam, Angel Reese is traded to the Atlanta Dream. Now, I know what many of you are thinking. Caitlin Clark shocked? Absolutely, she should be, and so should every other player in this league. This isn't just a simple roster move. This is a seismic shift that directly impacts the biggest narratives we've seen developing, especially the intense rivalry between Clark and Reese. Think about it, the rivalry storyline, which has captivated millions and brought unprecedented viewership, just took a massive detour. Clark now has to face Reese in a different uniform, in a new conference. How does this alter their head-to-head matchups? Does it intensify the rivalry or diffuse it by moving Reese out of the Sky's direct path? This trade isn't just about Reese. It's about the ripple effect across the entire WNBA, making every game potentially even more electrifying. Stay with me because this move has deeper implications for the league's biggest stars and its future.
We got some crazy news that just went down. The WNBA is backlit. The WNBA is backlit already. We got things happening already. Boom. Angel Reese traded to the Atlanta Dream.
You hear that? The WNBA is backlit, and they're not wrong. Free agency has barely begun, and we're already seeing monumental moves that are shaking up the entire landscape. The news that Angel Reese is headed to the Atlanta Dream isn't just a headline. It's a testament to the league's surging popularity and the heightened stakes for every franchise. This isn't your grandma's WNBA anymore. It's a league operating at an unprecedented level of buzz and excitement, driven by star power and fierce competition. For a move this significant to drop right out of the gate tells you everything you need to know about the intensity of the upcoming season. It's clear that teams are not waiting around. They're making bold statements, reshaping their rosters, and setting the stage for what promises to be an absolutely unforgettable year. The WNBA is officially on fire, and this trade is pouring gasoline on that flame.
Talk about a way to kick off free agency. Talk about a way to get things started. I told you guys that the Chicago Sky were done with Angel Reese. I told y'all the GM wanted nothing to do with her.
This is exactly why you tune in to Keep the Vision, folks. When I told y'all that the Chicago Sky GM wanted absolutely nothing to do with Angel Reese and that they were done with her, I wasn't just talking. This isn't about me having a crystal ball. It's about understanding the internal dynamics and the very real pressures of managing a professional sports franchise. For a team to move on from a player of Reese's caliber, a two-time All-Star still on her rookie deal, there has to be something deeper at play than just basketball performance. The writing was clearly on the wall for anyone paying close attention to the behind-the-scenes rumblings. This wasn't a knee-jerk reaction. It was a premeditated decision by the front office to clear the deck and move in a different direction. It highlights the often unseen struggles within a locker room and how quickly a situation can become untenable, even for a player with immense talent and marketability.
Okay, and look, take a look at the. Hold on, man. I don't play. Look at this. I put this up. The title says it's over. Angel Reese is done in Chicago, looking to trade her immediately. I put that up 4 days ago. I've been telling y'all the GM was done with this girl and he was moving on. I told you guys, okay? Listen up when KTV is speaking. This is a big, big move.
And for anyone who thought I was just speculating, here's the proof right here. 4 days ago, I put it out there. Angel Reese is done in Chicago, looking to trade her immediately. This isn't just about predicting a trade. It's about recognizing the irreversible breakdown in the player-management relationship. When a GM reaches a point where they're done with a high-profile, talented player, it speaks volumes. It signals that the internal dynamics have become more detrimental than the on-court contributions are beneficial. This isn't a small roster adjustment. It's a significant strategic pivot for the Chicago Sky, sacrificing immediate star power for future assets and, more importantly, what they perceive as locker room stability. For Atlanta, it's a gamble, but for Chicago, it's a calculated decision to move on. This big move sets a precedent for how teams might handle similar situations with emerging stars in the future.
And I'm going to be honest, I knew something was up. when I saw this. I got to be completely real with y'all. When I saw this, and I was going to make a video on this last night and put it up first thing in the morning. When I saw this post,
I'm telling y'all, sometimes the biggest stories in sports don't break on ESPN or Bleacher Report first. Sometimes you just get a gut feeling, a subtle hint that something is brewing beneath the surface. And when I saw this post from Angel Reese, it immediately set off alarm bells. In today's hyper-connected sports world, players' social media activity isn't just casual. It often serves as an unofficial barometer for their satisfaction or dissatisfaction with their current situation. A seemingly innocuous post can often be a coded message, a sign of internal discord, or even a farewell. I was literally preparing a video on this because the vibes were just off. These subtle clues, when you know what to look for, can reveal so much about the state of a player's relationship with their team. It's rarely just about the game on the court. The human element, the locker room chemistry, plays an enormous role in these monumental decisions.
where Angel Reese posted this photo and Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray was in the comments, I said, something is up. Something is up. I literally already made a thumbnail for it. Now I got to make a new one, but I knew something was up, and I already knew Chicago Sky GM was done with Angel Reese because she quit on the team. She absolutely quit on the team last season, making no mistake about it. She 1000% quit on.
And there it is. When I saw that photo, coupled with the interactions from players like Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray, who are now her teammates in Atlanta, mind you, it solidified my suspicion. But the underlying truth, the real core of why this trade happened, is far more damning. Angel Reese, according to my sources and what became evident last season, quit on the team. That's not a phrase you throw around lightly. In professional sports, quitting on your team is one of the gravest offenses a player can commit. It undermines trust, destroys locker room chemistry, and signals a fundamental disconnect between the player's personal goals and the team's collective objectives. This isn't about skill or talent anymore. It's about commitment, professionalism, and the willingness to battle alongside your teammates through thick and thin. Once that bond is broken, especially in a team sport, reconciliation becomes incredibly difficult, often leading to exactly what we're seeing now, a trade.
Here it says, the full trade details. The Atlanta Dream received Angel Reese, a 2028 second-round pick swap, and the Sky receive a 2027 first-round pick and a 2028 first-round pick. So they're getting 2 first-round picks for Angel Reese.
Let's dive into the nuts and bolts of this deal because the specifics tell a fascinating story. Atlanta Dream is getting Angel Reese along with a minor pick swap. But the key here is what Chicago is receiving: 2 future first-round picks in 2027 and 2028. Now, for a player who's been a 2-time All-Star in her rookie and sophomore seasons, 2 first-round picks seems like a decent haul, especially if the team is purely looking to rebuild. However, it also signifies the urgency from Chicago to move on. They're banking on future draft capital, which suggests they're prioritizing a long-term reset over immediate contention. For Atlanta, giving up 2 firsts for a player with a known locker room issue is a significant investment and a calculated risk. They clearly believe Reese's on-court talent and marketability outweigh any past baggage, hoping a change of scenery and a new system can unlock her full potential without the drama. This trade is a high-stakes gamble for both franchises.
Do you know how much of a locker room disaster you had to be to get traded in during your rookie Do you understand how much of a locker room debacle? You know how much of a locker room disaster she had to be to get traded during her rookie contract where she just made 2 All-Star games?
Let's be brutally honest here, folks. The statement, "Do you know how much of a locker room disaster you had to be to get traded during your rookie contract where she just made 2 All-Star games?" isn't hyperbole. It's the cold, hard truth of the situation. This isn't common. Players with Angel Reese's talent who achieve All-Star status in their first 2 seasons are usually cornerstone pieces, untouchable assets. For a team to move on from such a player so early, especially for future picks, means the internal issues were profound and systemic. A locker room disaster is innate to more than just disagreements. It implies a breakdown in trust, respect, and professional conduct that threatens the entire team culture. Chicago clearly reached a point where winning with Angel Reese became secondary to fostering a cohesive, functional environment. It's a stark reminder that talent alone isn't enough in professional sports. Character and chemistry often weigh just as heavily in a franchise's long-term planning.
And it only happened because she quit on the team last year. They suspended her for a half, conduct detrimental to the team. She warmed up, and then during the second half, when it was time for her to play, she refused to go into the game. And then she refused to play for the remainder of the season and said her back hurt. And as soon as the season ended, she was on a PJ immediately after the game, twerking like her back never hurt it on the way to Vegas.
Now, this clip lays bare the specifics of what led to this locker room disaster. The account of Angel Reese warming up, then refusing to play in the second half, citing a back injury, only to be seen on a private jet immediately after the season, completely uninjured and celebrating. That's a brutal blow to team credibility and player trust. This kind of behavior doesn't just create friction, it shatters the foundation of a professional team. When a player actively refuses to participate and then publicly contradicts their own stated reasons, it undermines the coach, the medical staff, and every single teammate who is still battling. It justifies the conduct detrimental to the team's suspension and solidifies the front office's decision to move on. Fans and teammates expect commitment, and when that commitment is visibly absent, it's a clear signal that a fresh start is needed for both the player and the organization. It's an unfortunate chapter for a player of her talent.
That is why she was moved. She was traded because she called out Courtney Vandersloot and said she was too old. Courtney Vandersloot had to get on camera and fire shots back at her. Ariel Atkins was pissed. Ariel Atkins stood up for her in post-game press conferences. She threw her under the bus. None of the players wanted anything to do with Angel Reese going forward in Chicago.
This segment right here peels back another critical layer of why Angel Reese was ultimately moved. It wasn't just about refusing to play. It was about the complete breakdown of professional relationships within the locker room. When you start publicly calling out a league legend like Courtney Vandersloot, accusing her of being too old, that's a line you simply don't cross. That disrespect permeates the entire team culture. And for Ariel Atkins, a respected veteran who initially stood up for Reese only to be thrown under the bus, that's an unforgivable offense in team sports. Once your teammates lose trust, once they feel disrespected and undermined, the battle is over. None of the players wanted anything to do with Angel Reese going forward is the ultimate indictment. Talent can only carry you so far. Without the respect and cooperation of your teammates, you become an isolating force, and no team can thrive under those conditions. This wasn't just a management decision, it was a team decision by proxy.
Free agency about to get cracking out here. Look, could Kelsey Mitchell be next? Hey, look. Hey, say what you want. This girl's a two-time All-Star rookie and sophomore year. All-Star. She got traded. Hey, other people could be on the move.
Look, this Angel Reese trade isn't just a standalone event. It's the opening salvo in what promises to be one of the most unpredictable WNBA free agency periods in recent memory. When a two-time All-Star still on her rookie deal gets moved, it signals to every other GM in the league that no one is truly untouchable. This kind of high-profile dramatic trade sends ripples throughout the entire ecosystem, potentially making other teams reevaluate their rosters, their untouchable players, and their long-term strategies. Could we see more star players on the move? Absolutely. This isn't just about Angel Reese anymore. It's about a league that's becoming increasingly aggressive and strategic in its roster construction. Expect more fireworks, more unexpected twists, and more bold statements from teams looking to either contend immediately or rebuild for a brighter future. The WNBA free agency is officially in overdrive, and we're just getting started.
The Chicago Sky. Hold on, man. Stephen A. Smith even says something about
Chicago Sky have traded Angel Reese to the Atlanta Dream. Atlanta is sending first-round picks in both 2027 and 2028 to acquire Reese in a 2028 second-round swap.
And when you have the likes of Stephen A. Smith jumping on the air to confirm and react to a WNBA trade, you know this isn't just a niche story anymore. This is mainstream attention, and it speaks volumes about the league's growing prominence. Stephen A. laid out the exact details. Angel Reese to the Atlanta Dream in exchange for first-round picks in 2027 and 2028, plus a second-round swap. This isn't just confirmation, it's validation that this trade is a top-tier sports story, capturing the attention of even the most casual sports fans. The fact that a move within the WNBA can command such immediate and high-profile coverage demonstrates the league's undeniable momentum. It's no longer just about the game. It's about the personalities, the rivalries, and the sheer unpredictability that's making the WNBA one of the most compelling sports leagues to follow right now. Stephen A.'s involvement here just adds another layer of gravitas to this already massive news.
Stephen A., your reaction to this?
I'm very, very happy for Angel Reese. The Chicago Sky have been awful. They won 13 games a couple of years ago, went 10-34 last year. I'm used to Angel Reese being in winning situations. 14 points, 12 rebounds a game. She's a glue piece. She's somebody that's very, very capable. And Atlanta is coming off a really, really good season. They went 30-14 last year. They lost in the first round, but they still played, and they're still competitive. So to be willing to give up a couple of first-round picks for the services of Angel Reese, clearly she's valuable. She thinks that they think that she can be valuable for them. It's going to put her in a winning situation.
Stephen A.'s take here offers a distinctly positive spin from Angel Reese's perspective, and it's important to consider. He highlights the Chicago Sky's struggles, accurately calling them awful with their losing record last season. For a player like Reese, who consistently delivered impressive numbers, 14 points, 12 rebounds a game, being in a winning situation is paramount for her career trajectory and personal satisfaction. He sees her as a glue piece, recognizing her undeniable talent and ability to contribute significantly. Atlanta, coming off a much stronger season, presents a fresh start where her skills can be better utilized within a more stable and competitive environment. While the reasons for the trade from Chicago's end were undoubtedly negative, this move could genuinely be a positive catalyst for Reese, placing her in a system where her competitive fire can be channeled more effectively, and her value is clearly appreciated through the assets traded for her.
Her personality is just vibrant where, the Atlanta community will magnetize themselves towards her. I like the situation for Angel Reese personally. I'm very, very happy for her.
I love this.
All right, man. Angel Reese headed to Atlanta, and she already took to Twitter. She already tweeting, y'all.
Stephen A. really nails it when he talks about Angel Reese's vibrant personality and how the Atlanta community will magnetize themselves towards her. Atlanta is a city that embraces personality, a city with a rich sports culture and a passionate fan base. Reese's fierce, confident demeanor, which may have clashed in Chicago, could absolutely thrive in the ATL, becoming a beloved figure. This isn't just a basketball move, it's a cultural fit that could elevate her brand even further. And the fact that she immediately took to Twitter expressing her excitement speaks volumes. It's not just a professional move, it's a personal one, signaling a fresh start and a clear eagerness to embrace this new chapter. This immediate engagement shows she's ready to shed the Chicago drama and dive headfirst into building something special with the Dream. This social media activity confirms her enthusiasm, which is crucial for any player transitioning to a new team.
And this is a letter. The Sky are trading Angel Reese to the Dream in exchange for 2 first-round picks. This trade is designed to achieve roster balance and represents a great opportunity for all parties. Angel has achieved many record-breaking milestones in her first 2 seasons in the WNBA and has been competitive force for the Sky. We are thankful for her many important contributions to this league and this game, and we know she will continue to have a big impact on the court and beyond. We wish Angel all the best in her next chapter. General Manager Jeff Paglucci. See, I told you he was done with her. He was off her. He wanted nothing to do with Angel Reese. Jeff P. wanted nothing to do with Angel Reese going forward. She's off the.
All right, so here we have the official statement from Chicago Sky General Manager Jeff Paglucci, and it's a masterclass in corporate diplomacy. Phrases like roster balance and great opportunity for all parties are the standard PR lines you expect in such situations. On the surface, it paints a picture of mutual benefit and a strategic move. But let's be real, after everything we've discussed about the locker room issues, the quitting, and the general manager wanting nothing to do with her, this statement is a carefully crafted narrative to minimize public fallout. While it acknowledges Reese's record-breaking milestones and competitive force, it conspicuously omits the deeper, more contentious reasons for her departure. This is how professional organizations manage high-profile departures. It's a necessary facade, but for those of us who've been following the situation closely, the true story lies in the actions, not just the polished words. It solidifies that the organization needed to move on, regardless of the talent.
Because I think a lot of them was really just Angel Reese fans, and they wasn't really Sky fans, similar to how people are rooting for the Fever because of Caitlin Clark. We're not Fever fans. We like Caitlin Clark. Like, make no mistake about that. But yeah, this is a big deal, man. This is a huge deal.
This is a crucial point that I've been emphasizing for a while now, and this trade perfectly illustrates it. The WNBA, more than ever, is driven by individual star power. Many fans aren't necessarily loyal to a specific franchise, they're loyal to a player. Just like a significant portion of the Fever fans are actually Caitlin Clark fans, a large segment of the Sky fans were undoubtedly Angel Reese fans. This trade is a stark reminder that when a marquee player moves, a portion of that fan base moves with them. This phenomenon is a double-edged sword for the league. It brings incredible new attention and viewership, but it also challenges traditional team loyalties and creates dynamic shifts in fan engagement. For the Atlanta Dream, acquiring Reese means inheriting a passionate, dedicated segment of her personal fan base. This is a huge deal because it underscores how star-driven the WNBA has become and how critical individual narratives are to its overall success and growth.
I'm interested to see how this is going to play out. Atlanta's got a good team now. You got Angel Reese, Bree Jones, Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray. You still got Brittany Griner. You got a lot. You got some pieces over there. I think they should get rid of Brittany Griner. I don't think Brittany Griner can really play anymore. She can't move. I'm sorry. She just can't move.
Now, let's talk about the Atlanta Dream's immediate outlook with Angel Reese in the mix. This isn't just adding a piece, it's potentially transforming their identity. You pair Reese with a talent like Bree Jones, then add perimeter scoring and playmaking from Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray. Suddenly, the Dream's roster takes on a whole new dimension. They've built a solid core, and Reese slots right into a position where she can make an immediate impact. The commentator's candid assessment about Brittany Griner, suggesting she can't move and advocating for her departure, highlights the urgency of roster optimization in Atlanta. While Griner's veteran presence might offer some value, the Dream seems to be pivoting towards a younger, more athletic, and potentially more dynamic lineup. This trade is a clear signal of their intent to contend, leveraging Reese's raw power and defensive prowess to complement their existing talent and push for a deeper playoff run.
But with Bree Jones and Angel Reese down low, you got some dogs down low. And you got perimeter scoring with Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray. Listen, the Atlanta Dream should be able to really compete this season. They should be able to compete, man. Angel Reese.
This is where the excitement really builds for Atlanta Dream fans. Imagine the formidable front court presence with Bree Jones and Angel Reese side by side. That's some dogs down low, as the commentator aptly puts it. A relentless rebounding duo, a strong defensive anchor, and a consistent scoring threat in the paint. Then you factor in the dynamic perimeter scoring and veteran leadership from Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray, and suddenly, the Atlanta Dream looks like a genuine contender. They've assembled a roster with a potent mix of physicality, athleticism, and offensive firepower. This isn't just about making the playoffs. It's about making a deep run and genuinely challenging the established top teams. This trade fundamentally alters the competitive landscape of the WNBA, making the Dream a team to watch, a team that should be able to really compete this season. Angel Reese's arrival could be the missing piece that elevates Atlanta to championship contention.